Let's be for real. Do you feel like you're living up to your full potential? I recently had to have this honest conversation with myself because I felt like I really wasn't living in the alignment of the abundance that I know exists for me. I envision myself being very healthy, very wealthy, very fine. I checked that one off the list. But also more impactful and more efficient and more radiant than ever before, which really felt like I needed to make some serious upgrades and changes to my standard operating procedures of my current life. And arriving here meant I had to be really emotionally honest with myself about my current reality and the gap between here and the vision that's been planted on my life. I had to get real and look at how I'm feeling. What are my beliefs? What is the mindset that has me in the current position, and are there any blocks that I need to overcome? In that curiosity and exploration, I've arrived at the need to lean out and settle in. Now I know, we've heard the term lean in a lot, but for me, leaning out is exactly what I need. It means clearing the clutter, removing distractions, and minimizing things that aren't aligned with the vision that God has placed on my life. And that could look like a lot of things: decluttering my home, being mindful and monitoring my relationships, looking at how much time I'm spending doing things. I was actually recently listening to a podcast and they said your calendar reflects your values. So, where am I spending my time, and why do I feel like I'm not in alignment with the abundance I have for me? And I'm pretty sure a lot of it is because I'm spending my time on things that aren't aligned. So that said, September for me is all about strategically and systemically supporting the steps to tighten up. And I've never been a routine type girly, but I'm craving that level of consistency and building habits that show myself that I love myself the way that I say I do. It's easy to say you want a thing, but doing the work to get it is what sets apart having a hope and an achievable goal. What I will say is the desire for these things for me is not new, but where I've been unsuccessful is not having systems and guardrails in place so that I can maintain these habits. That's where the routine sets in. So far this month, that's looked like developing a consistent gym routine and therapy routine, and also planning out my meals and ordering my groceries. Now, those seem like simple things to be an adult, right? But I'm such a busy girl that I can get lost in the work and the events and the shoots and the campaigns and the partnerships and the trips and my personal relationships, that all of that stuff that I do to invest in me falls to the wayside. But what I've been finding is that when I wake up at 6 a.m. to go to my 100-degree hot Pilates class, I'm more motivated, I have more energy, and I'm more inspired to stay on the right track for the rest of the day. When I know exactly what I'm going to be eating and I've prepped that food, not in a way where it's already done because I don't like leftovers, but I've cut up my vegetables, I know what to prepare in less than 20 minutes, I have so much more room in my mind because I'm not thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch all day. And having those micro habits make a huge difference in being aligned in a life that is meant for me. Having a clear plan makes sure decision fatigue and losing track of time is not something that exists to keep me from doing what I need to do, okay? Because you know what you need to do, but making sure you do it requires clarity. Which brings me to having room and space to do the things, the lean out. I have too much shit to do. It's always something running in my mind, in my home, in my calendar, and I just have to really work to minimize those distractions and so I can step into the work that I was purposed to do with clarity. Leaning out is trimming the excess in your life. The distractions, the things you don't need right now, and the things that are just taking up a little too much space. And settling in only can happen once you remove those things. It's building consistency and getting acquainted with the work required to achieve the life that's meant for you. So ask yourself, what in my life right now is taking up too much space? And what do I need to get settled into? Is it your home, your emotions, your routine, your habits, your wardrobe? What's requiring more of your attention? So I'm so excited to lean out instead of lean, and here's to us living in alignment with our fullest potential. Till next time, like, follow, and subscribe for more.